Is it ready to go? Come on, let's go. Oh my gosh. Alrighty, well. This thing is finally up and running. Technology's fun, isn't it? I mean, it's everybody's dream, you know? Oh, let's see. I was trying to see, where is everyone running today? I'm trying to see where Mr. Brett is. Shows we are live. We are ready to go. Scheduled for April 1st at 12:55. Did we go live? Yeah, we should be live. Not sure why I said scheduled. But we're finally up and rolling. Keeping an eye on the battle for 5th right now with Riley Herbst. See if I can get this thing to roll. There, it's finally starting to kick up and roll. I'm not sure why it was acting like that. I don't know why it's trying to make me shop. I don't want to do that. Alrighty. Keeping an eye on Sammy Smith out front. Finally, the thing's up and running. Yeah, we had a little weather delay, but we did finally get this up and running. Save this copy. There we go. All right, there we go. Who's my pick to win the Xfinity race at Richmond Motor Speedway? Oh, it's just Richmond Raceway. But my pick for today, it's hard not to pick Sammy Smith. He was really good at Phoenix, and I think he's going to be really good here too. He's out front early, but I got a feeling that car's going to be tough to beat. All right. There's my thumbnail. All right, got my thumbnail finally. So we're going to try and change that and get it updated where it needs to be. I'm not sure why it was acting all goofy today, but it is what it is. We're finally up and running. That's what matters. There we go. There we go. All right, can everybody hear me all right? Hey, Denny fan. I should probably share the stream. That out of my way. We're under commercial, by the way. So, yeah, we got so far into this race that we had to start commercials already. You know how it is. All right. Got that out of my way. Let's read some chats. Audio is good. Thanks. Good to know. Good to know. Trying to see, just judging off of lap times. I mean, it's early in the run, but Sammy Smith has a solid 10th on everybody else in the field. Now, I will say Derek Kraus seems to have some pretty good long-run speed here. He's currently running 10th, so I'm interested to see what he and kind of Cole Custer do. But it is still really early. We won't know about the tire fall off until later, so we'll have a better idea later on what that tire fall off is going to look like. All right, so we're finally back from commercial. Sammy Smith still out front. Derek Kraus still hanging in the top 10. Lap time starting to fall into the 25-second bracket. Sammy Smith looks pretty smooth, though. Chandler Smith, though, he's up there, too, so I wouldn't be shocked if there's some speed out of those two. Riley Herbst trying to get underneath Justin Allgaier. That's for 6th. Hey, welcome in, NASCAR bros. Everything working right on the stream? Let me know if anything looks goofy. I mean, it's definitely possible that I didn't set it all up correctly, because things have been interesting, to say the least, but... Keeping an eye on the battle right now, Sam Mayer is up in the 5th spot. That is the highest running of the JRM cars. But I will say, we've shown looking like some pretty good speed out of the colleague cars today. All 3 in the top 9. Going to keep an eye on a couple of guys. Guys that I think are going to have good runs today that maybe you don't normally see up at the front. Clements running in 15th. I think he had a pretty strong start to the race, at least. I didn't see him falling back too quickly. Parker's got to start 21st out back, so he's still working his way forward. All right, now, laps on the first stage, 75. So I believe it's 75, 75, and 100 on the stages today. Oh, I kind of wish there were no stages here, too. That'd be awesome. I mean, just imagine it. 75 laps is close to a fuel run, but you may want to short pit it with the fall-off being as big as it is. I mean, heck, honestly, I wouldn't even be opposed to... Oh, the Xfinity Series doesn't have any tires. Never mind. See, if the Xfinity Series had more tires available, I wouldn't even be too afraid to short pit the stage. You know, pit at lap 35, you're going to run 2 seconds a lap faster. I mean, I feel like if you're running 2 seconds a lap faster for 30 laps, you're going to make up all that time. Just finished Matt Kenseth's 2003 Homestead Custom Raced version. I would like pics. That'd be awesome. We're revamping my website. Just so you guys know, the only things that will be on my website are raced version diecast. Now, you can still request that I order a standard finish, so you can still get one there. I will work with anyone that wants to get one. It's just not something that I'm going to have on hand. So I'll pull them, meaning I'll have them available for pre-order for 2 weeks. So you got to order in the first 2 weeks when they come out. Otherwise, if I have no pre-orders by 2 weeks, I pull it off the site. because I just can't have too many cars hanging around. I'm trying to narrow it down a little bit more. I want to be under 300, and that's a big number already, so you get my point. So yeah, we're going to try and get rid of all the non-raced versions that are sitting around at the moment, and see if we can do that. The other goal was having it more simplified, so I'd have a good database of all raced versions that are out there, and then also the ones that aren't, that are custom. So that way, if someone ever was looking for a raced version, like 2003 Homestead NASCAR Rose, if I ever had a custom of that, I'd take pictures, and then I would at least link who made the custom, so they can go look, to that person to see if they want to get a custom made from them. So that's kind of the goal, at least. We'll see what that means. Derek Kraus up to 8th position. Like I said, those colleague cars seem to be getting better as the run goes on. Kligerman up 20 from the start. He started out back and is already up to 18th. Allgaier starting to really go backwards. One of the fastest cars on the racetrack right now is Parker Kligerman. He is coming from the back, but he is coming quick. I mean, he just got by Brett Moffitt for 19th, and he's already up and battling Kraz Gralla for the 17th spot. So he's moving up quickly. Caution on the speedway. Caution. Competition caution. Okay, that was for rain. Now, if you're a guy that wants to win the stage, you could get your tires here. So there's some good questions here on what you want to do. Hey, Shock, how you liking that Suarez? I think that Suarez Sonoma should got it in there by now. It's been a week, so how you liking that Sonoma win? But yeah, right now, if I'm someone who doesn't think I'm going to have a shot to win today, I think I'm going to come get some tires, and I'm going to come get my tires, and I'm going to go run the rest of this stage, go win the stage most likely, and then get my 10 points. And that's the thing about stage racing that does make ovals like this a little better, especially when there's a limited amount of tires, because you can save a set of tires, but you're really, really slow. So I'm not sure. Let's see what happens here. We'll wait till they start pitting. Oh, there's not many staying out with you, Sammy. Not many at all. Everyone came for tires. Sammy Smith and John Hunter going to have an extra set of tires later in the race. But right now, they are going to be sitting ducks out front on the restart. Well, Riley Herbst with an excellent stop off pit road. Can't see the end of pit road yet, though. He is. He will be the first off pit road. Riley Herbst is going to be the first one on fresh tires, and I'm going to go ahead and put it down now. He very well may end up winning this stage because of that pit stop. So good for them there. I'm going to throw a quick ad in, go grab a glass of water, and we will be right back for the green flag. Okay, we have returned, and we are ready to get ready. I said ready to get ready. We're ready for them to go racing. They need to hurry up. Let's go ahead and throw the live standings on here. Always a good option. Alrighty, so we're going to be getting ready, hopefully, to go green. What do we got? Oh, Brennan Poole's team lost a tire on pit road, so it went wandering up the pit lane. I was looking to see what happened to Jeff Burton. He was running in the 16th spot when they came in, but he lost a ton of spots on pit road. So Sammy Smith will choose the bottom, John Nemechek high, and then it'll be Herbst low, Hemrick high. That'll be the first row, I guess, as we get ready to roll here. Looks like it's very much an every other situation. You know, it's pretty much everybody's picking their lanes accordingly. There doesn't seem to be a dominant lane, at least, I should say, on the restarts. Ugh. I really don't like these wiper blades on the cars. I really hope they get rid of that. I think the idea of racing in the rain on ovals is just a silly concept, to be completely honest, because the track is small enough, it doesn't take that long to dry. You know, a road course takes quite a while to dry, but on an oval like this, it's not like it takes 2 hours to dry the track. Plus, they still have to get a majority of the water off, so I'm just like, why are we bothering? But anyway, the green flag is back in the air. John Nemechek gets a horrible start, and he is already back to 5th before they even got into turn 1. And he's going to be in 10th by the time they get on to the end of the backstretch. Holy moly, he is going backwards in a hurry. I mean, people are going around him on the outside, on the inside. There is just nowhere for him to go right now. Oh, he just washed up and almost took out the 48. Oh, man. Oh, Brett's stuck right behind him. He's going to have to get out in front. Meanwhile, out in front, I believe the battle for the lead is Herbst and Smith. I can't see where Sammy's at, but he has, I believe, already fallen. Yeah, wait, where's Sammy? Holy smokes, he's gone too. Yeah, he's already back to 9th. So, tires were the call. Tires were the call. Hi there, Elijah. How we doing? Welcome on in on this beautiful Saturday. Keeping an eye on the top 5, it's going to be Smith, Herbst, Hemrick, Jones, Creed. Man, John Nemechek, I'm not going to lie, John Nemechek and Sammy Smith may be at risk of going a lap down. This pit call might be worse than we thought. They're so far off the pace on speed. And the thing is, it's not getting faster. I mean, if they're close to a second off the pace, which they're more than a second off the pace, but if they're more than a second off the pace for 30 straight laps, that's a lap down by the time this all gets over with. You know, right now they're dealing with a lot of traffic, so they're having some struggles, you know, being way back in traffic like this, and also on old tires. But, I mean, my goodness, I did not expect them to be outside the top 20 this quickly. Well, we got a small tire rub on Sieg here. Not sure where that came from. That's currently in the 10th spot. Looks like they're battling for the 10th spot, I should say. There's 5, 6 cars all piled together there. We got some pretty bad storms. Not up as far where I'm at, but Iowa City, Coralville area got a decent amount. So there was a decent amount of weather south of us, but we got just kind of a little bit of hail and some rain. So it stayed fairly easy on us. So yeah, not too bad. Iowa girls will be playing for the women's national title on Sunday. I will say I have not watched a lot of women's basketball in my time, but boy, Caitlin Clark is fun to watch. So if you haven't watched, I highly recommend it. Very fun game to watch. I shouldn't say fun game, but when she's playing, she is a very fun player to watch. Yeah, keep an eye on Sammy Smith. He is already falling outside the top 25. Like I said, this pit call may be much worse than we thought. I mean, this is the type of pit call that could cost you a lap by the looks of it. Holy moly, who was that? Josh Williams really putting the bumper to him to try and get by, because Sammy Smith just doesn't have tires right now. And I'm trying to keep an eye on the lap time, but I'm telling you, they could be at risk of going a lap down in the next 30 laps. All right, Brandon Jones going to run through. He'll be up into the 3rd spot. So it'll be Chandler Smith, Riley Herbst, and Brandon Jones in the top 3. Not going to lie, didn't think that was going to be the running order if you had polled me in January and said who was going to be running top 5. Oh, Sammy Smith, 31st. John Nemechek, 33rd. The only saving grace for these guys is going to be a caution. They need it. And they're going to need it badly because they are falling all the way to the end of the lead lap. I mean, this pit call did not work for them. Now, that being said, if they hold on to the tail of the lead lap, they can come get tires. Because right now, the pace has already fallen off by a full second. But the problem is nobody else is on that strategy with those guys. Oh, are we going to commercial? Don't do this. No. Well, great. Now we're under commercial. Oh, man. Sammy Smith is 16 seconds back. He's going to have to not lose 10 seconds in 20 laps, and I just don't think it's going to happen. I think they're going to lose a lap. Boy, oh boy, is that interesting. All right, currently I believe that is Parker Kligerman and Kaz Gralla. That is the battle for the 11th spot as they run. That's what I'm showing at least. Not sure. I got a message. Oh, I can't see it. What's going on here? Oh, here go. Yeah, look at Ryan Sieg coming through the field. He's up past Sam Mayer up into 9th. 39's got some speed today. I got your message, but it didn't come through, so I'm going to have to look at it at another time. It's early. I mean, don't get me wrong there, Steven. It is early, but I'm looking at the lap times and how far back on the track Sammy Smith is, and I'm telling you, they're going to lose a lap. Sammy Smith and John Hunter are going to go a lap down, and so they're going to have to get back on the lead lap, and it's not like they can take the wave around because they're already on old tires. So, boy, that's going to be something. I'm not going to lie. That is interesting. Oh, early. Okay. Why are they racing at 2, not 3? They're racing at 2 because of the truck race tonight. Sorry. Yeah, I thought you meant early like it's early in the race. Jones isn't letting you down. No, not at all. He's going to get some stage points today. Work himself back into that championship fight. I'm just surprised how well Herbst has been running this year. I mean, that's impressive. All right, so current lap time's 24.8 for Chandler Smith. Sammy Smith just ran a 25.6. I just don't think he's going to stay on the lead lap, man. Oh man, yeah, they're gonna lose a lap. There's no way. 9 more laps on those old tires. They're not gonna be able to hold that. They're gonna have to hope to be lucky dog. That's what Logano just said. I agree. I don't think there's any way they're gonna be able to hold that. And their hope is just that they don't catch someone else in between. I hope Chase is back soon. It's not fun when your driver's not in the car. Question is, how far in front of the 20 is the next lap car? Because that's going to be the question as far as getting to that lucky dog. Yeah, it's another straightaway. I don't think they're going to get him, but I do think they might catch the 20. There's no way he can hold them off for 5 whole laps, though. Looks like he's going to go to the high side. 4 to go. And the biggest thing that the 20 is rooting for right now is that these 3 cars do not catch the next lap car in line. Three to go. I don't know if they're going to get there. That's a pretty big gap up there. Brandon Jones going to go for second here. He is on the outside of Herbst. Did Herbst know he was there? Boy, he looked like he just washed right up that hill. Coming around, 2 to go in the stage. That looks like a pretty healthy gap. So John Hunter's in great shape. He's going to be able to get the free pass by the looks of it. I don't see anyone close enough that Chandler's going to catch him. As the run goes on, Justin Allgaier does get faster. Problem is, it just takes him so long to get going. Now, again, there won't be a competition caution next stage, so that is a big benefit. Chandler Smith, stage win in number 1. Riley Herbst second. Brandon Jones third. Josh Berry fourth. Cole Custer in the 5th spot. Justin Allgaier 6th. Daniel Hamrick 7th. Sheldon Creed 8th. Ryan Sieg 9th. And Sam Mayer with his 1 stage point today so far. How are they racing? It's pretty good. Pretty clean. It's kind of good methodical short track racing is what I would call it. Oh my God. All right, so as we sit under the commercial, I assume everyone will be pitting here. So as soon as everyone pits and goes through, we'll know kind of where they're going to stack up. Like I said, John Hunter is going to be taking getting the free pass, and Sammy Smith has no choice but to pit, so he's going to be stuck a lap down and hoping for the next lucky dog. Right, yeah, AJ, I don't know what's up with where AJ or Clyde are at today, so we'll just have to see if either of them decide to pop on in or not. All right, so as we still sit on a commercial, I'm waiting for when we're going to finally get our pit stops. But this is NASCAR, so they kind of just waste extra laps under yellow because, TV wants their extra time. Oh my gosh, pit stops have already started. Come on. Golly. All right, well, pit stops are already started. Boy, Justin had a bad pit box there. Kind of got boxed in. Riley Herbst came out second in the stage. Another good stop. He's going to beat Chandler Smith out. Looks like he is going to win the battle off pit road, so another good stop by the 98 guys. Chandler Smith will lose a couple spots. Brandon Jones comes out second. Hamrick with a couple spots up. Barry drops a couple. And Derek Kraus up 5 spots. Great stop by that colleague crew. All right, so as we're sitting here, waiting for our next green flag to start, let's see, kind of scrolling through Twitter to see if there's any new information. Josh Williams delivered pizza to the NASCAR Xfinity Series hauler. That's pretty funny. You know what's funny about that? I don't want to say funny, Denny fan, but AJ is literally going through a leg injury the same time Chase Elliott's going through a leg injury. Like, what are the chances of that? Oh, there's an incident in practice in the truck series. No, Timmy Hill's not going to be in the race, or Tyler Hill, one of the Hill cars. All right. Well, we're not ready for the restart yet. Hopefully they'll be choosing this time by. Quick shout out, Brad Sweet won his second in a row last night in the World of Outlaws at Devil's Bowl in Texas. And they'll be running again tonight, so I'll be not streaming that. I just get to sit back and enjoy that, but just wanted to shout that one out because I got to sit there and watch. Like I said, I was watching the women's basketball game and the World of Outlaws at the same time, so that worked out pretty well. Sam Mayer went to the back. Hope he comes for a one-off. I doubt it. I would love it, though. Don't get me wrong. I just unfortunately don't think it's something that's likely to happen. All right, green flag back in the air. 3 wide into corner 1. Creed tries to go high. Not anything there, so he's going to have to slide back in line. Riley Herbst away with the lead. Chandler Smith and Brandon Jones now battle for the second spot. Ooh, that's tight. Oh, I love it. Good short track racing. There's just nothing better. Richmond is a way overhated track. Now, do I think we should go to Richmond twice a year? Absolutely not. But, man, I like Richmond. Brandon Jones goes to the bottom after getting through to second, but now Chandler Smith goes high on him. So they're still battling for the second spot, just swapped lanes. All right, as they currently run, like I said, we got to keep an eye out for Sammy Smith because he is still a lap down. He needs a free pass to get back on the lead lap. Now, this stage is 75 full laps, so it'll be interesting to see if they do end up running the entire stage on one set of tires or if anyone decides to pit in the middle. Already 16 laps into the stage right now, and Herbst has about a 0.3 of a second lead on Chandler Smith. After Kane retired, kind of got away from it for a year and a half, then became a Blaney fan in 2020. Well, Kane and Blaney are almost the same driver. A lot of potential. Don't snag the wins they're supposed to snag, and that's all I can say. They're about the same. They're solid everywhere. I mean, Blaney's better at super speedways. Kane was better at like mile and a half, but you know, in general, it's they're very similar drivers. Casey, of course, finished second. Casey finished second so many times. Oh God, he should have won Kansas. I can't even count how many times he had a race-winning car at Kansas and just never got it. Nemechek has found his way into the top 20. He's up to 18th. Next one on the list will be Brett Moffitt, and I don't think that's going to be a tough battle for him. Yeah, he finished second in both of the Charlotte races in 2013. Had the best car in both those races, but pit strategy bit him both times. And unfortunately, there was just cars with better tires kept getting him at the end of those races. He was trying, though. I remember seeing how on old tires he was still darn near outrunning the field. Well, we're sitting on a commercial again. Trying to keep an eye on some lap times, though. Up at the front, Riley Herbst is running 24.8. Brandon Jones, 24.7. He seems to be better on the longer runs. Seems like his car does get better as things roll. Pretty good speed out of John Hunter, honestly. For as old as his tires are, they look like they've got pretty good speed in that car. Another car keeping an eye on is Derek Kraus. His car seems to hang on pretty decent, so we'll see over the course of multiple laps what it looks like. Let's say heading to Daytona in a week or two. You still want to pick up some of those pins if there are any. I don't think anyone needs one actually, so at the moment we're probably all right because it's only if somebody had requested a pin, but so far there's only one person that requested a pin, and I haven't gotten any contact back from them, and I don't think I will. So. I don't think we need any extra pins at the moment. So, but thanks for the offer. I do appreciate that. All right, Chandler Smith is there. He has chased down Riley Herbst, but so is Brandon Jones. So they are both there. Shout out also to Parker Kligerman. He's up into the 6th spot now, and he has been charging from the back all day, but he seems to have a very nice car here at Richmond. Dash for cash, I think, is $100,000. Oh, we got an incident here. Joe Graff, did he smack the wall again? What the heck? There was a bunch of smoke on the backstretch, but we don't really see what that was for. Chandler Smith went to the lead, so we missed that, but what was that smoke? Looks like Brandon Jones is going to get the 2nd spot here, if not on this lap, but on the next one. Oh, Herbst just slowed up to watch out for the 19. That cost him the lead. Chandler Smith went right on by. Now Joe Graff on pit road again. And, I don't know what to say. Mr. Underachieving is underachieving again. Did he just smack the wall? Yep, got loose on corner exit. Oh my gosh, he went like full-blown sideways with a lockup. Wow. That was not good. That was not good at all. Then he got really loose again. Oh my word, Joe. Come on. You're supposed to be a professional. Like, that looked pretty amateur right there. I mean, he did save it. I can't fault him on the save, but yeah. All right, so 34 laps in. This is as far as we have run on one set of tires thus far. So now is when we're going to start to see who's got the really good long-run car as the run continues on. And as I said, I had my pick at Brandon Jones. I thought his car looked like it was getting better and better and better. But we do have a whole nother 30 laps here to run. So we'll see kind of after I think they're doing an onboard, but kind of get to ride along and see. Crazy thing is Sammy Smith was eligible for the Dash for Cash, and he may have eliminated himself with just a terrible pit call. Who else was in that Dash for Cash that's not in the top 20? There's a lot of cars that I thought usually Dash for Cash runs up front, but not today. Richmond is a pretty cool racetrack. It's got stands in turns 1 and 2 and on the front stretch. Should we get rid of overtime? My opinion on overtime is it should go to the scheduled distance. Now, if that means you do what you can to try and get a restart, sure. But I also think we should go single file restarts under 10 to go. I don't agree with the idea that, for entertainment purposes, we're going to give the leader a bigger disadvantage because it's closer to the end of the race. I think under 10 to go, we should go single file, and I think it would eliminate a lot of our issues. Sammy Smith currently running with the cars in about 15th. Problem is, even as fast as his car is right now, he can't let Chandler Smith catch lap traffic. And he's pretty close to catching some more lap traffic. But so is Brandon Jones and Riley Herbst. It is 3 cars under a blanket up front. 40 laps down in the stage thus far. And now they have truly hit lap traffic. Think 2 overtimes in the max. I don't think limiting the number of overtimes fixes any of these problems. I think the issue just straight up comes down to, one, the drivers have no respect for themselves and there's no excessive contact penalties. If a guy just drives in there and knocks a guy out of the way, there's no penalty for it at the moment. But the biggest thing is that they have to figure out is, if the cars are going to run each other over, then let's give the leader an advantage by going single file so that at least he has a good chance of holding the lead. Like, that doesn't mean you won't lose a spot, but the last thing you want to see is the leader get knocked up the hill on a double file restart and then lose 5 extra spots. I think there's got to be, to some degree, we want to honor the fact that you've earned the lead with 10 laps to go in the race. You deserve to have an advantage towards the end of the race because you've earned that right as the leader. Oh, Sam Mayer is a lap down. What happened there? He's running for the Dash for Cash, and he's a lap down. Sam Mayer's a lap down. Like, what the heck's going on? Cars are definitely in some heavy lap traffic with 32 laps to go. Just a quick reminder for everybody in there. Cup race tomorrow starts, I believe, at around 2 o'clock, so we will go live around the green flag time. Usually we don't hang around too early because there's just a lot of pre-race that is unnecessary. So usually we go live right about the time that the race starts. So do tune in if you want to watch the race tomorrow. We will be back here for that. During the long green run, though, keeping an eye on a couple of cars and their speed, the 20 does seem to have a really, really good long run car. He's been in traffic the entire run, and he's still got really good speed. So keep an eye on that Gibbs car. It may get out front later in the race and be a real factor. Currently sitting at 28 laps to go in the stage. So we still got quite a ways to go in the stage. Looks like we could end up with down to 20 cars on the lead lap by the end of this run. Starting to see the groove widen out. That's another good thing. We're starting to see people run up a little bit higher on the racetrack, which is always fun. I love it when Richmond gets nice and wide when people start running way up high on the wall. Obviously, they need a little rubber to lay down, but because of all the rain, there's not much anywhere on this racetrack so far. Going to commercial again, looks like for TV side of it. Again, it's strung out a little bit. Obviously, this would be where normally you might start seeing pit stops because they are now 2 full seconds off the pace. So 2 full seconds off starting pace, and so with only 25 laps to go, that doesn't make a lot of sense. You pit, you wouldn't have time to come back through the field. But if you're a car that's about to go a lap down, or could potentially go a lap down soon, it's not the worst idea in the world to take tires now. So if you're a guy like Blaine Perkins, in 26th, you may be willing to pit here because what it'll allow you to do later on is it would allow you to go get some tire. You'd have fresh tires, and you might be able to pass to get back to within 1 lap. You just want to be 1 lap down, and then you have a chance to take the wave around. Because that's the thing. It doesn't matter how far 1 lap down you are. If you're right behind the leader and you're not the lucky dog, you may as well be all the way right in front of the leader a lap down, about to go 2 down. It doesn't make a difference. So if you can plan it out that way, but you've already gotten your fuel and tires, then you've got the potential to go and stay out at the stage. Yeah, older tires, but you're back on the lead lap. So a caution then will benefit you. $52 of 75. Like I said, I don't know how that would time out. I think it would, though. All right, Brandon Jones still sitting about a second behind, has yet to really make up any more time on the leaders. The lap traffic, I think, really evens everything out pretty decently. My baseball guy, not a huge baseball fan. I have watched, what race was I watching? Or not race. I did watch some spring training games live while I was down in Florida. My uncle is a Pirates guy or a Pirates employee, so I like to, I like to root on the Pirates, but I don't tune into every baseball game. I more passively watch. So the pitch clock, I like that. I thought that was a pretty good, watching spring training wise. It was like, ooh, this game moved along pretty decently. Josh Berry coming along. He's looking for third on Riley Herbst. Keeping an eye on some battles. Like I said, if you're a guy that's about to go a lap down, and this does include, at the moment, I think Brett Moffitt's not in a great spot time-wise because he is, there's a decent amount of cars in between, but only 16 to go, so it'd be interesting to see how long they can hold off. But looking at the current spot for those guys, if you pit, man, Daniel Hemrick's going to go a lap down too, geez. If you pit, you lose about a lap and a half, but you can make up half a lap on new tires in about 5 to 10 laps. So I don't know. It's one of those strategies where your goal is actually just to stay one lap down. That's kind of the goal of it, but it's risky. Yeah, I remember when he was competing for championships in the truck series. That was when he was on a quality truck team. He's on a startup team right now. I think he's running 21st, so looks like a little bit of a struggle today on the setup on that end. Because they had pretty good speed at Circuit of the Americas. They blew up while running 8th, so good speed, but the engine expired, and that's a lot of the pains of growing with a new team, is that you're going to have a lot of those types of errors and mistakes. Man, but Josh Berry just found his way to second. 12 to go. Yeah, he's not going to be able to hold the lead lap. Is the 19 a lap down? No, he's 2 laps down. $11 to go. I don't think he's going to hold him up long enough to stay on the lead lap, or to stay in the lucky dog spot, I should say. Well, he could have, he should have stayed in trucks. Would only be if he could have stayed with a quality team. That was where a lot of the problems came in, is that there just wasn't quality teams to be staying at. Battle for the lead. Josh Berry to the inside. He's going to go to the inside on Chandler Smith, and he's going to take that spot with 10 to go in the stage. Chandler going to try and cross back under. Not quite going to get there. Ooh, Berry up the hill into the 35 ever so slightly. Eight to go. Ooh, big wiggle for Josh Williams there. That 92 has no tires left. You can see how much he's wiggling right now. Lap times are up into the 26-second bracket. John Hunter Nemechek's up to 6th already. So as they currently run, I think Josh Berry's going to end up getting this one. This has been fantastic. Oh, we got trouble on the backstretch. Anthony Alfredo is significantly off the pace. Got a shredded right front. He gets to pit road, so he will make it to pit road. Oh, heavy damage on that 78. Yeah, I still think it might have been smarter to try and split the stage on tires, but I don't think they had enough tires to do it either. Battle for the final stage point between Creed and Hill. 3 to go. Coming around, they'll get 2 to go this time. Kaz Gralla up into the 6 spots. Just want to give him a shout out for how well he's run today. Got very, very nice pace at the end of this run. He will stay on the lead lap. So Burton will be the last guy on the lead lap. That will leave Connor. No, Kyle Sieg snags the spot at the line. Very well done. That's an important spot right there. And at this point, there's only one Dash for Cash guy left on the lead lap. That's it. One guy on the lead lap for the Dash for Cash. So we can say this one didn't work out the way we thought. I think would have said, hey, we think at least they'll be on the lead lap battling. Nah. They're out of the race. Not out of the race, but they're a lap down. Yeah, we still got 100 laps left for wrecking. Don't get me wrong. We got time. I just don't think we're going to get there. I think they've stayed fairly clean today, but if it's a late race restart, I think all bets are off. Unfortunately, that's just how it runs. What happened to the 39? Did I miss something? It's all the way back in 26th. Interesting. So nobody tried to pit midway through that stage, which I do find a little interesting. Alrighty, so 100 laps to go. I don't believe they can make it on fuel. They will have one more stop. And I believe they have one more set of tires, so it's fairly straightforward what they're going to do. Not super busy at Richmond for the crowd. Looks okay, but not. I don't know. I've seen their crowd's definitely been bigger. What's the most mad I've ever been from a race? Probably the 2020 Truck Series race at Phoenix. That one I was pretty heated. Just watching Dawson Cram blatantly wreck himself with 3 laps to go in a championship race and completely changing the outcome of the championship, I was pretty heated because that, to me, is just the most, I don't know, gimmicky looking garbage in the world. Like, the championship was changed by a guy in 34th position. And I'm just kind of like, really? That's what we want to claim? 34th position determined the championship. Way to go. I was also not thrilled in 2019 at Bristol night race. Loved the race. Great race. But I was pretty heated at Ryan Newman for putting Matt DiBenedetto on the wall, or almost putting him on the wall, poking a hole in his nose, and eventually costing him that Bristol night race. I was pretty heated because the entire logic of, hey, you're racing for the lead lap, man. If you got to wreck the leader to stay on the lead lap, that's what you do. And it's like, that is garbage. You don't wreck the leader ever because it's not their fault. You're too slow to stay on the lead lap. So you have to give the leader room because they've earned the room. You haven't. But instead, he squished him towards the wall, poked a hole in his nose, and eventually cost him the race. So, pretty heated at the Roval last year. Yeah, well, that one, yeah, I was not thrilled with that. I mean, yeah, you'll notice a trend here. The trend is that leaders or people who have earned a certain spot on the racetrack are getting screwed by dumb things. You know, guy was leading the race, going to win the 2020 championship, and then, oh, we've got he got screwed by a 34th place lap car. It's like, okay, what's the next one on that list? My next one was the, what was my next one? It was the 2020 truck race. Like you said, the Roval race, guys out front, and, oh, there's a plastic sign on the ground. We need to create more chaos. It's like, really? We need to create that level of chaos? So yeah, Roval was same situation. It's just, I hate the idea of gimmicks and guys that have earned spots on racetracks getting screwed. I mean, that's one thing the World of Outlaws, I mean, yeah, sometimes you have bad luck like a flat tire, but that can happen in NASCAR too. But at no point in the World of Outlaws have I remember seeing total garbage cautions because, and even if there were a late race garbage yellow, the good thing was they had single file restarts that's in 10 to go. So it's not like your guy would suddenly get knocked up into the cushion or into the loose stuff and all of a sudden go to 10th. You know, you didn't have to worry about that. So that was the type of thing that, you know, like frustrates the heck out of me is when the leader of the race is getting screwed by lap cars and race controls. I hate that. Just, if you've earned the lead, you've earned the lead, and if you win the race, you win. But the idea that, well, this is boring, so we need to find a way to screw the leader over so we can have a race. It's like, no, that's a terrible way to go about things. Yeah, the All-Star race, I was pretty mad about that. What kind of BS yellow was that? And then it creates a whole chaos with the window net. Because let's be real here, you know, what they should have done is brought Blaney down pit road, put the window net up, and gave him his spot back. Because the idea that we called a caution with 10 feet to go before the start-finish line is mind-numbingly stupid. And then you saw what caused the caution, and it was mind-numbingly stupid. NASCAR got really lucky that Blaney won that race, because if Blaney had gotten wrecked and, you know, we would have had utter chaos, that would have been a riot of just how garbage can you be. That's the problem. NASCAR Race Control isn't interested in running a race and finishing it. NASCAR Race Control sometimes is more interested in putting on a show, and that's what gets people really frustrated, including myself. Big time. Alrighty. So as we currently roll here, we're still waiting on commercial to come back. We're currently sitting under a nice long commercial break as usual. All right, guys. Interesting development from Bob Pockris. Chandler Smith is told they will not see him again on pit road unless there's a caution. He's going to run 90 laps. I don't know, man. 90 laps is a long time. I think you got to split at 45 and 45. Interesting, though. Strategy. That's right. We could have strategy. Oh, I love strategy so much. All right, back to the green flag. Josh Berry looking... Oh, boy, he's already under pressure from Riley Herbst. But Brandon Jones on the outside is looking to take the lead. Down the backstretch they go. And it looks like Brandon Jones has got pretty nice speed on that outside lane. He's going to get the lead. Now the battle is for second. Chandler Smith and Josh Berry. That's John Hunter Nemechek already up to fourth. Tell you what, John Hunter has done a great job rebounding from earlier today. As I say that, he washes up the hill. Ooh, 98 is tight in the middle. Justin Allgaier up to fifth. Again, this is on the short run, so we're not 100% sure what he's really got under that setup right now. It's interesting. Nobody seems to be talking about going with a two-stop strategy in this stage. I'm very interested in that because I think that's the best option. Judging by the tire fall off, I mean, you lose roughly 40 seconds on pit road. Roughly. It's about 40. At Richmond, it's probably, around 40 seconds. And so you're going to lose 40 seconds, and then you have 40 laps to try and make those 40 seconds up. But your tire should be... Oh, wow, I whistled there. But the tire should be about a second a lap faster for 40 laps. Like, it's not a huge advantage, but I think it's an advantage because when you have new tires, it does give you the ability to pass people without struggling so much against them. And it keeps you on the attack. I think that's the option play-wise. I don't know who else is going to go for it, but in my opinion, around lap 210, maybe 205, I'm pitting. I'm coming in and I'm going to put my last set of stickers on if it's staying green, and I'm going to say we're going to go for it. Obviously, the concern is always a late race yellow would really hurt you. But, that's the gamble. They don't call it gambling for nothing. Boy, look at that racing. Fantastic. Xfinity cars are probably by far the best. All right, so as we currently keep an eye on it, every single Dash for Cash guy is a lap down. Sammy Smith is trying to get his lap back, but he still needs a caution. Brandon Jones out front. We're going side by side. Kaz Gralla running really well up in the 8th position today. Done a good job of staying on the lead lap and staying out of trouble. The dash for last. That is a pretty good one, actually. I like that, the dash for last. Because that's where they're running. All right. 75 laps to go as they run on the racetrack right now. Ooh, big wiggle on the backstretch there. I mean, I definitely understand the fear of a caution, because if a caution comes out, you have no tires left, and you're not going to finish real well. But, on the other hand, that's why it's called a gamble. It's your gamble for the win. Like, now, if you're Chandler Smith, you're up front already. Like, you don't need to gamble. But if you're a guy in Kaz Gralla's situation, Sheldon Creed's situation, Parker Kligerman's situation, that's a good spot for a gamble right there. Like, that's where you want to be if you're going to go give it a shot to go win this thing. The Xfinity Series is off next weekend. Bristol Dirt will be taking place with the Trucks and Cup Series. We will be streaming both of those. I got to see. When's the truck race? I might not be streaming the truck race. I will the Cup race, but I don't know about trucks. I got to see when that takes place. Saturday night. Okay, maybe. We'll see. Might do the dirt race. I'll definitely watch it. I just don't know if I'll stream it. Maybe I'll do a post-race stream. We'll just hop on for a little bit after the race. John Hunter Nemechek's only a second behind the leaders now. So, I'm telling you, the difference between him and Sammy Smith right now is literally just who was able to not get the bad luck. Ooh, Josh Berry slides into second and drives off from Chandler Smith, so he will get that spot. I'm telling you guys, this might be a Josh Berry type of race. You know, late model guys tend to excel here at Richmond. Guys like Denny Hamlin and, you know, Chase Elliott even is fairly decent here, even though he'd never gotten a win. But pretty good as far as saving tires and having a good long-run car. What's my opinion on Coda? I think it should be a NASCAR track. I don't think it's a problem. I don't think the racing is bad at Coda. I think the drivers were acting stupid. And I think part of that comes back to the etiquette. I mean, the Indy Road course is another racetrack just like it. Now, I do think Turn 1 is just, it's just inviting some of that. So what I would do is I would actually have them restart going into Turn 20. So the restart would be right before pit road. So they'd pull it off and then restart, come up out of the corner, and then be full speed the whole way down that front stretch. And I think that would limit how crazy people are going to go sailing off in there. Josh Berry on the bottom. He's looking for the lead on Brandon Jones, and it looks like he has got it. Josh Berry to the lead. Yeah, no trucks tonight. Again, I'm going to be watching. Just too much other stuff to do to try and stream too many times because I can't do a lot of multitasking when streaming. Right now I have my screens are all taken up by the race, the scoreboard, the streaming software, and the chats. And so then what I'm able to do is just watch the race and then have my website stuff on the one so I can go work on that. So the pace has already fallen off roughly a little over a second. Like I said, if I go, and they're going to have to go another 15 laps before I would even think about pitting. Like, I don't know. I think I got to split this in two, I think. Remember, John Hunter almost had this race won last year till Ty Gibbs used him up. Do Coda in reverse? No, I don't think we want to do Coda in reverse. That's called Road America. Like, legitimately, that would just be Road America. I mean, look at the way that the long straightaway goes, and then the first set of corners, and that it would be a very similar Road America front straightaway, except the pit extra would be around the first set of corners. So it'd be interesting. Don't get me wrong. I think though they need to have that big runoff area in turn one. I don't think you want to have. I don't think you want to have a hard wall at the end of a really long straightaway like that. But honestly, I think it could be done. I mean, hell, they do it at Indy, so I don't know. All right, we are currently sitting at 58 laps to go. The pace has now moved back another quarter of a second. I don't know, man. If I want to win, I'm going for it. I'm going to pit. I'm sorry. Why am I? What? My feed just cut out and gave me an ad. Like a Hulu ad. No, it's off. I'm missing the race. Are we under commercial? If we're under commercial, let me know, because my thing cut to commercial, but it didn't seem like the broadcast did that. I think Hulu just chucked an ad in there. All right, getting close. 10 more laps and we'll know about the strategy. Okay, it is a full screen.
Maybe my stream was a slight bit delayed because it was literally they were talking about the battle for the lead or Josh Berry, and they're like, John Hunter has come to second. Commercial. I was like, wait, what? They didn't really send us to commercial. They just sort of started it, but my stream may have been a little bit behind, so it just jumped into the commercial or something weird. Man, if I'm Parker or Kaz, I'm going for it, man. I think they got a shot. Although Kaz Grala's got a really good long run car, so maybe Kaz is better off staying out. But if I'm somebody else, I just don't know. Somebody's got to try it, right? Nice, wonderful sneeze there. Come on, get back to the race. Maybe if you're Derek Kraus, you're not running for points. I say go for it. I'm almost certain it's going to be faster. That's the crazy thing. I think it's going to be a second and a half faster for 20 straight laps. Yeah, it did. It my stream cut forward, so that now it's back. Yeah, if I'm anyone from ninth on back, hell, even Austin Hill. I guess he's going for the regular season point title, so it's a little riskier for him too then. All right, 47 to go. This is about the time. If you're going to two-stop it, this is where I two-stop it. Is anyone going to have the nads to try it? Just try the strategy. I am almost certain mathematically this is the faster strategy. Unless I am missing something and mistimed 40 to 50 seconds. But even at 50 seconds, while 45 laps to go, you have to earn around a second a lap. And I'm looking at the lap times, you'll earn about a second a lap. So, somebody's got to go for it, right? Somebody. Chandler Smith, oh man, I hope somebody goes for it. I want someone to go for it here. Go for the win. 45 to go. This is when you want to do it, right now. Obviously, the guys up front don't do it. If you're Josh Berry, you are in the best spot. You want to keep this where it's at. But if you're anyone's fifth on back, go for the win. $43 to go. It's time. If someone's going to try and do this strategy, they got to go now. But, man, I don't know. Nobody's moving. I mean, it's getting closer to 2 seconds of fall off. 2 seconds of fall off for even 30 laps is 60 seconds. You're not going to lose all that on pit road. Like, good grief. I don't know, man. It's just... It sure seems like there's a lot to be gained doing this. And I can't believe nobody's going to try it. Nobody. Yeah, nobody. Oh, Steve Addington's on the 38? Wow, that's a good crew chief on that 38. Oh, here's Allgaier. Yes, somebody's going for it. Justin Allgaier's going for some strategy. Woo! Somebody to watch. Thank God. About dang time. I love this call. Absolutely love it. The 92's on this strategy. Look at him. He just blew by the leader. I mean, blew by him. This is the right call. I am convinced. The 7 wins this race from 5 to 8 seconds back. Put it in a stamp or something that Race Craze was right. Race Craze knows pit strategy. I hope that's the case. We'll see. Obviously, a caution literally screws him, so it's not like it's guaranteed. But, oh, I really hope. He's got 38 laps. He has to go unlap himself and then go past the leader. Now, watch his lap time when he comes around next lap. I mean, look at that 25. That's a car on old tires. He literally just put a half a second on him in a corner. That's about split in the middle. Did anyone else going to try it? They got to go now. You cannot wait. The longer you wait, the less time you're going to gain overall on the long run. So if you're going to go for it, you got to go for it right now. And I love that call from the 7. Great pit call. I think that's going to be a race-winning call right there. 7 car. Oh, that's right. He's going to lose a few more spots. Look at the speed difference. You can't tell me that there's no way. Where is it? Oh, here he is. 24-4. All right. And that was on... All right, here we go. So that's a full second, 24-4. (24-2). So 24-2 to a 25-5. That's 1.3 seconds he has to try and make up. Now, the thing you got to remember, he is already caught up to the 10th car. So he has 13 seconds to get to the leader and another 25 to go to the front. If you can do the math, 13 and 25 is 38. 34 laps to go. He has to get more than a second a lap. He's getting more than a second a lap. I think it's going to work. I mean, we don't know. And even if he comes up short, even say he comes up second place, that's still better than where he was running. Man, nobody else trying it, though. You got to be kidding me. It's the right call. Ugh. So frustrating. Oh, Clements has a flat. And here's that yellow. Get on the apron. What are you doing? Oh, he wants the yellow. He's not going to get off the track. Get off the track. He's tried to intentionally slow. We know what you're doing. Oh, yeah, they just admitted it. They're trying to get a caution on it. You have enough pace. Get to pit road. He's under power. No, he's trying to get a caution. Is it under power? They just said it was under power. Pull him into a box and push him up pit road. I don't care. If there's a caution for a car stuck on pit road, that would be the dumbest thing I've ever seen. It's literally pit road. It's walled off from the rest of the track. You can push him up pit road. I do not want to have a caution for that stupid. Like, I get cautions, but for something like that would not be okay. All right, Justin Allgaier, 24.5 to a 25.5. Still a second a lap. He's gaining. And there's a caution. Are you freaking kidding me? For the 50... My God, NASCAR! This is pathetic. Yep, there you go, guys. Race manipulation at its finest. There is a car on pit road. Not on the racetrack, on pit road. What a joke. We're going to have a caution for that? Wow. Just wow. What a joke. This is NASCAR. Entertainment, let's go crash. 29 to go. Here we go. Caution fest incoming. NASCAR's going to get exactly what they want. This is so infuriating. What a joke. I mean, I'm sorry. This is where NASCAR race control, for the love of God, take control of your race. If a car is that slow on pit road, all you have to say is pull into a box and have your crew come down pit road and push you into the gap. We've seen guys push cars down pit road under green flag. This is not new. This is not a new thing. It's not like you're not allowed to touch cars on pit road. It's been done. If a car stalled, they'd push him halfway down pit road. They'd push him down pit road with a crew just pushing, at 5 miles an hour. They wouldn't throw a yellow for that. But yet now then the car stalls, you're like, no one's allowed to cross the wall. I guess we'll have to go, throw a caution to let a tow truck come push this in here. What a joke. What a stupid joke. Well, guys, Caution Fest is coming. Yeah, here comes the train wreck of a finish. So, wow. Wow, that's infuriating. A natural race has just been thrown out the window because NASCAR is in the mood for chaos. Again. Just like last week. A little bit of dirt on the track, and we say, you know what? There's been dirt on the track for 25 straight laps. Let's throw a caution so we can go crash about half the field. God, I don't know who was in race control, but I absolutely despise them. They don't know what makes good racing, and this is the crap we're going to have to deal with. Restart, you're just going to watch the 16, pile drive the 20 into the 8, they all wad up, and then the 20 or the 00 is going to win. Not that I have anything against Cole Custer, but I'm just saying, this is ridiculous. NASCAR used to do whatever they could to keep the race green. Now they literally find any excuse possible to throw a yellow. It's pathetic. So frustrating. So incredibly frustrating to have to deal with this. So Justin Allgaier has just lost the Dash for Cash, which again, I love the gamble. Go for the win. He had a great strategy, and I think he was going to go out and win that race because he was running fast enough to go unlap himself in the next 10 laps. And then after that, it's just 25 laps. Can you come around and catch the leaders? And I think he was going to get there. But yeah, it's April Fool's Day. NASCAR, we're going to have a good race with lots of tire wear and fun stuff. Just kidding, April Fools. We're going to go tear up half the field. God. I don't think the dirt caution needed to be called. I mean, the drivers knew there was dirt there. That was not that's not a news flash, And that's my problem with it, is like, hey, we knew there was dirt in those lanes, right? Like, that's not news. And so we knew there was dirt there. We knew it was a problem. And guys that were spinning out were missing their mark and spinning out. That happens all the time in every form of racing. A guy, he's up in the marbles and he spun. Did they throw a caution to go sweep the marbles? No, they don't. That's why I can't understand. Here's a slippery spot on the track, which means don't drive on it. It's not like the dirt is something that's a foreign object that can break the car. It's a slippery spot. And drivers do it all the time. Avoid this lane, it's slippery. Avoid this area of the track, it's slippery. Avoid this bump, it'll cause you to spin out. And so, no, I don't think the dirt... Again, I think the dirt caution is a prime example of not understanding what racing looks like. Have you ever seen the Indy cars at Gateway? There are so many marbles that there's only usually 1 to 2 usable lanes. The third lane on the outside is literally like just giant balls of rubber all over the outside lane. Now, when they get a caution, they'll sweep them up. But during the green flag run, if that area gets so clunked up with all the rubber particles and the little pieces falling off the tires, they don't just throw a caution. They just run and say, well, if it's the slippery spot, don't go there. And then again, when there's a caution, they will sweep it. So I'm fine with that. Like if that dirt was swept up during a natural caution, sure. But that itself was not a natural caution that was needed. That was an entertainment caution because, again, suddenly after 20 laps, now it's a problem. Not before, now it's a problem after 25 laps. Gosh, we're going to have a just freaking train wreck now. Did Brett Moffitt take the wave around? I think he did. I like that call. I like the wave around here. Because then if a caution comes out, you get to come get fresh tires. And otherwise, you may not even get back on the lead lap. Because the gamble you're taking is, in the next 20 laps, I'm not going to lose another lap. And even if I do, I'm still farther ahead than where I am now. I like that gamble. Wave around's a good gamble. So the guys on the wave around include Retzloff, Moffitt, Sieg, Allgaier, Earnhardt, Sieg, Hacker, Ellis, and Burton. So a lot of guys taking the wave around. Sammy Smith pitted? Oh, Sammy. All right, Sammy's crew chief needs to be fired. I shouldn't say fired. His pit strategist does need to be fired because holy crap have they screwed this race up from start to finish. I mean, Sammy Smith has probably the best car out there today, and I mean, they pitted. Why did you pit? Here's the gamble you're taking if you go with the wave around, which, by the way, you were as fast as the leaders. But the gamble you're making is that if a caution comes out in 10 laps, you're not going to lose the lead lap, number one. Number two is you get to come get your tires and not start at the tail of the field. So, yeah, big F grade for the pit strategy on the 18 today because these are little calls that can change your race. The little call you make to say, you know what, we're going to try this, can change the entire outlook of your race. You watch. Caution comes out. Parker Retzloff is now 21st. He just gained 8 spots and didn't do anything. All they did was stay out, and he gained all those spots. And a caution comes out, he comes gets his tires now. Everyone else just used their tires. And they're still not in the lucky dog position. Like, it was a no-brainer. And, yeah, some of them didn't do it. Mayer, Smith, Hemrick, none of them. That was not smart. I'm sorry. I'll be straight honest with you. That was not smart pit strategy. With 22 laps to go, the gamble and the chances of the wreck happening on the restart, bad pit call. Ooh, Smith is underneath him, and we can't see it. It's okay now. It's okay, Fox. We didn't need to see a battle for second. Chandler Smith with some really good short-run speed, but Josh Berry's got to get in there and dig. He only got 20 laps this time. Oh, we got a wreck! Riley Herbst around! Fox, pay attention! And there is the caution. What have I told you guys? There it is. There is the caution I was just referring to. And guess what? I gotta look. Yep, Sammy Smith did not get the lucky dog. He is still trapped a lap down. Joke's on you, 18. Your pit strategist sucks. Sorry. I'm rooting for Sammy, but that was bad pit strategy. Sam Mayer is going to get the lucky dog and get his fresh tires on. Guess who else is going to get their fresh tires put on? Brett Moffitt, Jeffrey Earnhardt, Ryan Sieg, Kyle Sieg, Chris Hacker. All of those guys are going to go put their fresh tires on at the same time. I mean, obvious pit strategy mistake by the 18. Just obvious. Oh, my goodness. Who's ARCA braking back there? 24 of Connor Mozak? That was bad, dude. That was really bad. Brandon Jonesed it. Ran out of talent and wrecked himself. Oh, God. Dude, that was not on Herbst. That was not on Herbst. I'm actually the Herbst defender this year. He has done a decent job of just finishing races, but this is on the 9. He just missed the corner. I mean, flat out missed it. Yeah, I get it. I was not a Herbst fan, Elijah, but I'm saying right now, that was on Jones. God, he had such a good run going, too. Just good finishes. Straight plowed and then hit him. So, I mean, yeah, mistake on that part. But like I said, I'm going to go right back to this on the leaderboard. So here's my cursor. Watch my cursor. Parker Retzloff. Brandon Jones spun. Brett Moffitt, Jeffrey Earnhardt, Kyle Sieg, Ryan Sieg, Chris Hacker, and I believe Ryan Ellis. No, Ryan Ellis just pitted. Riley Herbst pitted. Here we go. So Justin has no tires left, I don't believe. Chris Hacker, Sieg, Earnhardt, and Moffitt all have brand new tires. And so they're actually going to have 7 or 8 laps fresher tires when they come to pit road this next time by, or whenever they get to come in. So the waiver round just gave them a free lap back just by taking the gamble. Meanwhile, Sam Mayer will get the lucky dog. Daniel Hemrick stuck a lap down. Sammy Smith stuck a lap down. Those cars, I'm sorry, those cars are clearly faster than all of those cars I just mentioned. And because of their terrible strategy, they are going to be trapped in 22nd, 23rd, 24th. And those other guys are going to get probably top 15s. So, I don't know. Like, I have to point out how absurd it is for some of this, where these guys, these crew chiefs are so scared to look silly that they don't use the obvious mathematical correct choice. I mean, the math tells you wave around with 25 laps to go is the right call. That's a no-brainer to me. In 25 laps, you have to go all the way around lap and then go all the way to the back of the field in 25 laps. Now, is it possible? Sure. But you have a lot more chance to get back on the lead lap doing that. Yeah, frustrating, man. Frustrating, man. All right, I'm going to do a quick commercial break and take my pit stop and be back for the remainder of the race. All right, ladies and gentlemen, guys to watch on the restart, starting with Chris Hacker in 14th, Ryan Sieg in 15th, Brett Moffitt in 16th, Kyle Sieg in 17th. 11 lap fresher tires on those cars. Now, they are a long ways back. So, we'll see. What does 10 lap fresher tires look like? But those are the guys that all took waiver rounds now and are probably going to get top 15s. I mean, I think Justin Allgaier's in a little bit of trouble. He's on really old tires. He's going to get run over. Here we go, back to the green flag. Chandler Smith hanging in there. Here's Chandler Smith. He's still on the outside. Boy, he's hanging in there tough. Chandler Smith, he's looking for the lead. Brett Moffitt goes around. Oh, no. And another car crashed. Gosh dang it. He had a great run on the outside of somebody. Oh, no. I think I know who hit him, and I'm about to get really mad because I'm 99% sure it was Jeb freaking Burton again. He wrecked him at Daytona, and I think he was right on his outside, and I think he dumped him again. Let's see if we see a replay, but... Or was it Allgaier? Let's see here. Oh, it was a 43. Just dumped him. Oh, who's 43? Ryan Ellis? I don't want to be too mean because he's in an underfunded team, but that was great. Just flat out drilled him in the left rear. Awesome. Joe Graff wrecked a car again. Good for him. Gosh, dang it. That's frustrating. He was up to 10th. 10th! Oh, can't catch a good break. He was up into the 10th position after only one lap. And if that doesn't happen, I'm assuming... I mean, again, a top 10 finish was very realistic. Oh, gosh dang it, man. Try not to crash. Let's say try not to get dumped. That's what happened to him at Daytona, too. That Daytona wasn't a 43. It was a 27 at Daytona. They never showed it on Fox because they didn't pay attention, but I was watching, and the 27 tried to pull the slide job thing where you side draft, dive to the bottom, and then slide up in front, and he just doored him into the fence and cut a tire, which it's just like, I don't know. It's frustrating to have your guy get taken out. Man, he had a good run. Now Sammy Smith gets on the lead lap, but he can't get his note. He doesn't go get fresh tires. If he had wave around, he can go get fresh tires right now, or the last time. Wait, do they have fresh tires? Looks like they do have fresh tires, so they're going to come pit. Interesting. Maybe they put some scuffs on. Yes, it's going to be green-white checker time, guys. Like I said, they got the caution they wanted, and so here comes the utter crash fest that's going to result from it, so... Oh, he had the freshest tires and just got run over. That's the part that's a little annoying. Ryan Ellis has 10-lap older tires. He was never going to be able to make that corner at the speed he was going. I thought Ryan Ellis had pitted with them. He's got 10-lap older tires. Gosh dang it, man. You weren't going to make that corner anyway. You didn't have the new tires. Gosh dang it. Like I said, I don't think he was going to go win the race, but he certainly was going to be in a position to get a top 10, even a top 5. Oh, what a bummer. Yeah, I got a bad feeling we're getting ready for absolute clown show time. And again, this is what NASCAR wanted. They threw a caution when a car was on pit road. Pit road? Like I said, they've allowed crews to push cars down pit road before. They've done it. And yet, when a car stops during a green flag run, they're just like, no, we can't do that. If you stall leaving your pit box, it's fine. If you stall coming into your pit box, well, that's insanity. We must throw cautions. So we'll have to keep counting, I guess. But like I said, Moffitt was already a lap down before that whole thing. So I don't think we can pin all of that as a wrecked car, because I think he just went for a spin. So it's not wrecked. It's just unfortunate because he's going to lose about 12 spots that he had earned, and now he's going to have to go start at the very back of the field. So that part's a little unfortunate because, like I said, he had a good run going and just got screwed. All right, coming to the green, Chandler Smith with a pretty good launch. Into turn 1, Chandler Smith hard in the gas. Austin Hill going to give the bump to the 26. Oh, now he's in trouble. He's sliding big time up out of that corner. Big slide out of the 20 or out of the 21 there. He tried to give the 26 a shot, misjudged it, and just about wrecked himself doing it. Oh, the 20's going to hit the 16, move him up the hill. 16 back in the gas. He got back in the gas really well, so he'll stay on the outside. 5 laps to go. Battle up front. 20 and 16. 20 is just pinched down on the bottom. Can't quite get the run he needs. $16, great run out of the corner. He will clear him. 16 to the lead with 4 laps to go. Three to go at the line. Ooh, 16 missed the bottom that time. The 20 is there. 3 laps to go. Front 4 have started to separate. Coming around to the white flag for Chandler Smith. Oh, man. The good news is they haven't tore up a boatload of cars this time, so that's got to be something. It's got to count for something at least, you know. White flag. Oh, big gap. Big gap now. The 20 really slid that corner. He's going to have to really send it in there hard. Pretty decent start to this lap for the 20. He did gain a lot of that time back. He's going to have one more shot. Sends it in real hard on the high side. Gets a little bit of a slide. Back in the gas. Not going to do it. Chandler Smith. First career win. Tell you what, the 16 did not have a good long run car all day long, but it didn't matter because when he needed it most, he got the caution he needed. We'll say it like that. and got it. So the 16, good win for Chandler Smith. That 16 car is a pretty sporty race car. Oh, God, where'd Moffitt finish? Did he end up stalling or, yeah, 22nd is where he ended up finishing. Gosh dang it, man. He was going to have a top 10. Oh, what a bummer. All right, highest finisher of the guys on 232 lap tires. Chris Hacker. Wow, nobody went forward. Wait, what happened to Ryan Sieg? Where's he at? 232. Wait, what happened to Ryan Sieg? Wait, did I misread something? Ryan Sieg. What happened to Ryan Sieg? I'm confused. Somebody tell me where Ryan Sieg is at. I am literally blind. Oh, there he is, 7th. There we go. So, there he was running right in front of Ryan Sieg. He would have gotten about 7th or 6th. Gosh dang it, man. They were running pretty even all day. All right, well, overall, solid win. Solid winner, not the deserving winner. I think it was clearly Barry or Hunter Nemechek coming down to that end of that race. But he was a top 5 car all day, so he stayed in it. And, you know, in NASCAR, it's all about, can you restart with 5 to go? Because every NASCAR race apparently has to have a caution with under 10 laps to go. So, I don't know. That's NASCAR's thing. They seem to like it for some reason. But, obviously, not thrilled about that Jeremy Clements caution. I don't know. I feel like NASCAR has got to do a better job of trying to truly manage the race, instead of acting like there's nothing you can do. The car is stuck on pit road. Like, come on. It's not common sense. Get a crew out there and push them to a gap. It's not, you know, it's not rocket science. You know, if there was a bunch of green flag pit stops going on, I get it, but there wasn't. So, you know, I just want NASCAR to take a little accountability. It's your racetrack. It's your rules. You make them. So saying, well, there's nothing we could have done. We had to throw yellow. Like I said, good run for Josh Berry and Nemechek. At least they didn't get wrecked. That's the biggest thing. Their days weren't ended. Obviously, really unfortunate for Riley Herbst. His day got ended by it, and Brandon Jones, I think, recovered okay-ish. Got to 21st, I guess, so not great, but just I don't know, guys. Not a bad race. Just unfortunate that a great race is always ending like this. I want races to run out to some degree, or again, natural cautions are a thing, but it just feels so forced. I mean, how many weeks in a row has it been a forced caution? It feels like. So anyway, guys, we will be live tomorrow. For the Cup race, fingers crossed, that one can end naturally like last spring's race, where it was a really long run to the finish. I love that race. I thought it was great, and I'd love to see it again, but fingers crossed we don't have any phantom debris cautions coming back. So anyway, guys, we'll see you tomorrow for the Cup race. This has been Race Craze, and we will see you tomorrow for the Toyota